Sports Stars Magazine here. Aliyahna Puff Morris. 25 consecutive baseline league championships for the Etiwanda Eagles, 146 consecutive victories, but they just treat it like it's their first. And obviously the mission of the regular season has been complete, and now obviously on to the Open Division playoffs and the goal of section titles and state titles all over again. Puff, if we're thinking back in November, the schedule that you ladies play, the gauntlet that Coach Standaloose puts in front of you, just how proud are you of the way the group, especially kind of handled some of the challenges early, but just the momentum and the level that the group is kind of functioning with right now.
Yeah, I'm super proud of this group. I know the beginning of the season was a rough start for us, and we're still trying to find ourselves. But I think now we've had a few games under our belt and a lot of national games to help us get ready for playoffs. And I like the momentum we're going into playoffs. I think we're doing really well. We haven't lost games recently, so I think we're doing pretty well. And I'm really proud of the team for keeping their heads high and not focusing on the losses.
I always say that comparison is the thief of joy, but do you have just a sense of just kind of the overall energy, the belief, the confidence, the motivation of this group in comparison to the teams the past couple of years that ultimately were the last group standing in March?
Yeah, absolutely. I would never compare this team to any other team. We're all different. We have different players on this team. We experienced different games this season. But I feel like we have a good chance as long as we're working hard and we're doing what we're supposed to do. I think we can win it all.
And it's just in terms of the areas that this group can get better, the areas that this group will have to be more attentive. We take things like 25 consecutive league titles and 146 consecutive league wins for granted, because obviously that's not just your 4 years, but it's a lot of women's 4 years before that. But just knowing what it takes to excel, and to play, whether it's a Open Division pool play game, an Open Division championship game, and certainly a one and done situation in the state playoffs. What do you feel good about? That this team can do, and just the areas that that the group can still get better at.
Yeah, I'm very excited about just the team's energy. I feel like once the time is right, we know when to turn it on. And I feel like the thing we need to improve on most is this defense. I know defense is going to be a really big part. I know we can score, but if we can't stop the other team from getting points, then we're going to have a tough time. It's hard to outscore teams, especially because we don't know, you can't control if you're making shots or not, but you can control how hard you play on defense. So I think that's the biggest thing going into the playoffs.
Absolutely. Well, just the subtle aspect of the fact that Tori Johnson and Katie Freitas, number 3 and number 5, had 32 of their 34 in the first half. You held them to a combined 5 in the second half, right? Just those little details. That's a point of pride for you and the team, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a conversation about that in our halftime.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah. It's not something, we shouldn't let things like that happen, especially going into the playoffs. We don't want to get used to stuff like that or taking games lightly. If this is our last game, we shouldn't have came out so slow. But we fixed it in the second half. It's not about the past, but about the future.
Absolutely. And speaking of the future, obviously I want you to enjoy every single day, every single opportunity in February and March. But there is a certain future opportunity, April 1st, Barclays Center. You and the fantastic friend and teammate Grace Knox, McDonald's All-Americans. Just what's just the level of just gratitude, because obviously the Lord has blessed you in so many ways. Just what's I know you have just so much appreciation and gratitude for what it means to represent the Etiwanda program, and obviously you and Grace will get to do so on a national stage as you've done so many times. But just for all the hard work and the sacrifice, just like Kennedy Smith put in, and now you and Grace have put in, especially you all 4 years here. Just how powerful is that for you?
Yeah, it's very powerful. I'm blessed, and I don't only get to represent my team, but I get to represent my family and my Lord and Savior, so that's what I'm most excited about. And I'm just happy that He's given me the opportunity to praise His name using my platform.
Awesome. You and the group stay healthy. If any of the basketball was considered anything less than meaningful from November till now, it will get very meaningful for Aliyahna Puff Morris and the Etiwanda Eagles. Congratulations.
Thank you.